Good morning. How are you today? I know that you are really familiar with the different types of sentences. But before we talk about the different types of sentences, let us review first the definition of a sentence. What is a sentence? A sentence is a set of words that is complete in itself. It has subject and predicate. Another definition of a sentence is it is a word, clause, or phrase, or group of clauses or phrases forming a syntactic unit or basic unit of language which expresses a complete thought. I have the list of words, so you're going to identify if they are sentences or a sentence fragment. Okay, now let us look at example number 1. Number 1 is go. Do you think that go is a sentence? Yes, it is a sentence. Why is it a sentence? Go is a complete sentence because a sentence must have at least one clause that expresses a complete thought. Besides that, this is an imperative sentence. And what is an imperative sentence? It is a command. Okay, a sentence that is commanding. Okay, as you can see here, there is no subject in this word go. And that's why we may consider this as a sentence because the subject for this word is you. Now the second phrase is come here. So come here is also a sentence. Although it has no subject, it is considered a sentence because it is understood that the subject for this is you. The third one is what. So what is not a sentence. Why is it not a sentence? Although we have the question mark here. The problem in this word, it has no subject and no predicate. The fourth example is, or the phrase, it is a phrase, never mind. Okay, it is not considered a subject, a sentence, but it is a sentence fragment. The last one is yes. So yes, some say it is a sentence, okay, but it is not a sentence. According to the linguists, they are not considering this as a sentence. It is okay. So let us recapitulate our answers for the list of words that I gave you earlier. So number 1 is go. So go is a sentence. Okay, it is understood that our subject here is you. Okay, so we don't put or place you, instead of using only the verb go. Okay, it is an imperative sentence. Number 2, so we have come here. So come here is the same of go. So our subject here, it is very clear that you is our subject in this example. Okay, now let us go to number 3, which is what. So what, although we have the question mark here, but there is no subject and predicate, so therefore it is not a sentence, but it is just a sentence fragment. Number 4 also is a sentence fragment, which is never mind. So never mind is a sentence fragment because there is no subject and no predicate. As well as number 5. So some linguists, they are not considering this as a sentence. Okay, so I think that it's very clear. Okay, our review for the definition of a sentence. Now let us go to our main concern this morning. Okay, so we have two things to discuss today. So number one, the types of sentences according to structure. The second one is the kind of sentences according to use, according to function, and according to purpose.